Good morning. How's everybody today? Feeling energized? Very good. So in the UK, we've got a big problem at the moment. And that problem is we need to keep these on. We need to keep the lights on. Because in the UK, we've got a problem with energy supply. And it seems like every month in the UK, we hear that a power station from the 1960s and 1970s is coming offline. And experts are predicting by 2025, something like 40 to 50% of our existing power stations will come offline. And at the same time, our energy demand is growing. So we've got a big problem in the UK of energy supply. We're building renewables. We're not building renewables fast enough. With renewables, when the sun's not shining or the wind's not blowing, there's no energy. They're only available at a certain time of the year, time of the day. So we need to create a base load. We need to rebuild our base load infrastructure in the UK. So what we need is new nuclear. We need to build Hinkley Point. Hinkley Point will provide 7% of the UK's energy. So Hinkley Point will power the southwest of England. Not only do we need Hinkley, but we need the other new nuclear power stations. So we need Sizewell and Bradwell, and the other companies, Horizon and Nugen. We need the fleet because we need a safe, reliable, low-carbon infrastructure in the UK if we're going to grow as a nation and keep the lights on. So it's really, really important that we deliver Hinkley. So what is Hinkley? Hinkley is 2 EPRs, they're pressurized water reactors. We're going to build 2, provide 7% of the UK's energy. If you're providing 7% of the UK's energy, it's going to be a big, complex project. So just to give you a little feel for the scale of the project, in civil space, we're going to pour 1.2 million cube of concrete. So 1.2 million cube of concrete is 4 Burj Towers, or 25 Empire State Buildings. So that's what we're going to do in terms of concrete. In terms of steel, we've got 225,000 tons of steel. That's 22 Eiffel Towers. In terms of electrical cable, we've got enough electrical cable to stretch from London to New York. And in terms of pipe, enough major pipe to stretch from London to Newcastle. So it's a big job, big quantity, so it's really, really important that we plan the project so we get the right productivity. This is a picture of what we call a jelly mold. This is the excavation that's going to take place at Hinkley. Just to give you a feel for the scale of the project, that's a Boeing 777 jet, just up here, just to give you a feel. We need to move 6 million cube of muck. We've moved 1 million cube of muck as part of our site preparation works. So we've got 5 million cube of dig to go. And the 5 million cube of dig is equivalent to the volume of about 5 Wembley stadiums, again, just to give you a scale of the project. So that's Hinkley. The nation needs it. It's a big project. So what I'm going to tell you today is we're ready to start Hinkley. We've got our supply chain in place. We've completed most of our site prep, and we're now established in Bristol. In terms of our supply chain, we've now completed procurement of our major tier ones. And our procurement strategy has been to put together a combination of the best technology partners, but also partners from the UK construction industry that have the local knowledge and the local skills. So a great example of that is Bouygues Lang O'Rourke. I've been working with Bouygues Lang O'Rourke for 5 years. We've had Bouygues Lang O'Rourke under contract for 4 years. And they've been working with us under an ECI contract. So Bouygues, and I know that Chris is going to speak later, bring all the experience of the continental nuclear power construction. Lang O'Rourke are a major civils contractor in the UK, but also built Sizewell, which was the last nuclear plant to be built in the UK. So we brought together Bouygues Lang O'Rourke as a JV. They're our civils partner. We've been working with them for 4 years, and they're embedded in our team. I have over 100 people from Bouygues Lang O'Rourke embedded in my team. embedded in our engineering team, and they're planning the job with us. They're planning the constructability. They're looking at the drawings. They're getting ready to go. And a key part of our strategy is to do what we call early contractor involvement. And that's what we're doing. That's why we've got these big suppliers on board, and that's what we've been doing to get ready. In terms of the site, the key for us is the logistics. We need to get our labour, plant and materials to site. We've got to get them to site in the right order, and we've got to do it in a manner that does not disrupt the local environment, keeps our partners happy, the local people happy, our stakeholders happy. So we've put a big investment into the local logistics. We have our park and ride set up in our logistics centre. We've done the majority of our major road improvements, and you can see the picture here. We completed at Christmas a bypass around the village of Cannington. We have our busing arrangements in place, and we also have our traffic control in place. So we're ready to go. Our logistics is ready to go, and our logistics team have come from the Olympics. They've come from Terminal 5. They set up the logistics for the Olympics. They've got the best people in the business, because we're going to need that because of the scale of the project. So Hinckley Logistics are ready to go. In terms of the site, this is an aerial shot of the site taken last month. So you can see some of the work that we've been doing in terms of our site preparation works. We've completed our remediation of the site. There was some asbestos on the site. That's all been removed by our local partner, Hydrock. We had archaeology on the site, and we've just completed all our archaeology works. And we've done our topsoil strip and put in place our first platforms for setting up the project. Key in Somerset is a very wet place, so water management. So we've completed culverting the local stream. We've put in place our water management arrangements. So we're ready to go to control the water on the site with our deep excavation. And we've also completed putting in place our first batching plant. This month, we erected our second batching plant. We've got two more batching plants to go. Our first plant is now ready, though, to produce concrete, and we've had our first concrete out of the plant. So when we start nuclear civil construction, we're ready to go. In parallel with doing the preparation of the site, we've also set up on the site our catering, our busing around the site. We've put our whole roads in, because Hinckley is going to be a small town. We're going to have 6,000 people per shift every day. We need to feed them. We need to get them to site. We need to muster them. We need to make sure that we've got all of our welfare in place. So effectively, Hinckley is going to be a new small town in the southwest. And again, we've put our arrangements in place to cope with that. Final part of preparing the site and getting the right productivity is preparing the workforce and preparing our team on site. So what we've been doing over the last 2 years is we've been doing mock-ups. We've actually constructed a small part of the nuclear reactor building to test our readiness. Later in the summer, we'll be doing further mock-ups so that when we start our nuclear construction, our team are familiar. They're familiar with the processes. We know all of our processes work. Our initial workforce are skilled in terms of the quality we need. So when we start the construction, we're going to get the quality right first time. So the site is ready. The site is ready to go at Hinckley. In Bristol, we've now set up what we call our delivery command centre. So our strategy for the project to achieve the productivity that we need on the project is we're going to pre-plan the job off-site in Bristol. So we've just taken a lease on an 800-person office in Bristol. We've got 200 people there at the moment from our team and from our suppliers who are pre-planning the works. And we believe that the project will be successful if we pre-plan everything. And if we pre-plan everything properly, we will not transfer risk to the site. So we're going to get the productivity that we need. So we have 3D modeling. We're modeling all of the rebar on the project in 3D, so we don't have clashes, so we can get the productivity on the site. So what we call our delivery command center is going to be key. That pre-planning, that working with the suppliers, having our suppliers in there in terms of ECI. So we're now ready in Bristol. We're going to have 800 people in Bristol, plus our major suppliers will be in Bristol as well, and that will be our control point for managing the project on site. Finally, we need to get the local workforce. We need to get the skills. And the last two speakers have spoken about the skills gap we have in the UK. So the challenge that we all have is getting the right skills in the Southwest, but also the flip side of any challenge is an opportunity. So at Hinckley, we're going to get over 34% is our target for local employment within the Southwest, 34%. And it's not just construction skills. There's a variety of skills we're going to need. We're going to need caterers, we're going to need administration people, we're going to need drivers. We need a variety of skills. So Hinckley is an amazing opportunity for the Southwest to create a new skill base, which is going to help us all. We're going to create over 1,000 apprenticeships on Hinckley. And these apprentices here are our first cohort that have gone through Bridgewater College. They're now out on jobs around the UK, having done their training, and they're going to be coming back to Hinckley when we start the project. We're going to create 1,000 apprenticeships in a variety of areas. We've set up a construction skills centre to train our construction apprentices with Bridgewater College. We've set up a nuclear skills centre, and we've set up an innovation centre in Bridgewater. So working with Bridgewater College and other local education providers, we're making sure that we can really maximise the opportunity in the Southwest to get that 34% of local people that we want to be on the project. So in summary, our supply chain are ready to go. Our site is prepared, our site's ready to go. And we're working with our partners to get the skills that we need in the Southwest, and we've set up our organisation in Bristol to support the project. So Hinckley is ready to go. Well, what we call shovel ready. So this is our shovel. It's a big shovel, it's 30 tons. So we're shovel ready at Hinckley. But we need your support. We need the support of the construction industry. We need you to tell people that we need Hinckley. The Southwest needs Hinckley. The UK construction industry needs Hinckley, because it's going to give us a platform to develop the skills that the country needs, and it's going to fill our energy gap. Thank you very much.